When I started art, my first question was, okay, who needs this? Whatever you make, where is that going? I'm an artist who works writing music. I love image making and I love working with people and bringing all of those things together. To me, water is such an emotional thing. To be by the sea, it is always changing. It reflects what we are feeling emotionally. Portland is a very special place to have a ground in which I can then connect with other people. How we create spaces in which we listen, and if I can do anything, I just hope that I can create a space where people feel free to speak and also to be heard, to listen and learn and think how that combines, and to create a practice in which there are not just my own voice, but the voice of many. And so from that side myself, I then, I suppose, try and create a ground in which I can reach out to others. And that can take place often through finding an anchor like a raft or a word, or even it can be a feeling. It was that symbol of the raft, which felt so clear and visceral as an anchor, especially where we are at now in the world.
Safe, only safe I feel when free to truly be, when rain falls slow around.
A raft is a most fragile form of transport at times of escape.
If we wait, will there still be a home?
RAFTS is a work that I developed with 8 people from Green Shoes Arts, and we started in the winter of 2019, and over 2.5 years we created a whole body of work thinking about what this symbol of a raft means to us in our lives. And what we arrived nearly 3 years later was with this over an hour-long film, which I structured around a 7-song oratorio. It also had a live iteration at Cadogan Hall in November 2022, in which we brought it to a live audience. I'm just going to ask, and you can at home, wherever you're watching this, just think about what listening means to you. I started off a series of workshops, and already by then I had started to kind of sketch out or begin a few songs with Robin Haddon. And they were almost like the little seeds which I can then bring to people. But beyond that, I suppose questions are really important to me. How you ask a question or start a dialogue in which people can ask their own questions, but bring themselves in a way in which they feel completely able to be themselves and how they most creatively respond.
If I was to leave anything off on my raft which would slow it down, I would say perfectionism.
So yeah, I'd probably take my newfound belief in myself and confidence with me that wasn't there before.
So a question, I guess, is there something that you needed but you could let go of now?
And yeah, so if I had any question for anyone watching this, maybe it would be, how do you feel about authenticity? How do you feel about honesty?
I've always so grateful to have these things also in my life that we've made together.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe could I have a whole person?
The words in the song was courage
Courage.
It's a very dialogical process between just reflecting myself, what I'm experiencing in my own life, what others are experiencing their lives, and the songs and those creative contributions from each person somehow kind of weave together to create a bit like a tapestry. I'm going to press record.
Recording in progress.
Okay.
Cool. Nice.
Got it. Going for the tape now. A little compassion makes many friends. Have compassion for your raft.
Connection is important. Online every day. Not listening to one another. Not seeing others.
If you can fall asleep to all I know, then call out to all I know and roar, for it's now.
I think we underestimate emotions, and I think within activism there's so many emotional layers to it, and there are times where we need to shout and give places for that to be as loud as possible, but also the emotions of when it happens in the minutiae, when maybe someone feels too shy. And I suppose in my work, I'm trying to rethink how we understand activism, that activism can come from a space of joy. It can be a space in which people are dancing or moving with one another. And I think with art, we have the great privilege or possibility to imagine, essentially, to dream, to create spaces in which what we deem not possible to be possible. Well, I think one of the most precious things we can do is also think about dreaming or the imagination as a support structure. It is something that is so rudimental to our existence. The singer Declan, she sings, if you can't fall asleep to all I know, then call out to all I know and roar, for it's now to figure out what we need to stay around so we can dream and dream aloud. For me, maybe speaking isn't my natural operandi, so discovering music or being able to play music, it was that first experience in which I could see something transform, how I was feeling, and that I was able to externalize that. My main hope that when people watch RAFTS is that they feel that there are support structures there. So I hope that the audience is able to take time with those 8 incredible people that I worked with, and that they find resonance. In every person, whoever they are, you can learn something.